This is, I've been to a lot of children's book readings, and this is not the children's book crowd. I've seen it. Here's a quote from Neil Gaiman's American Gods. What I say is, a town isn't a town without a bookstore. It may call itself a town, but unless it's got a bookstore, it knows it's not fooling a soul. Little Shop of Stories is Decatur's independent bookstore, and they are at the heart of many of the great things that happen in this town. Tonight is a perfect example. We're all here because they entered a national contest and put on the best graveyard book Halloween party in the United States, or so said our guests and the staff at HarperCollins. Visit Little Shop of Stories. Spend some time there. I don't need to tell you to spend money, because it is very hard to go to that store without spending money. If you've come a long way, and many of you have, I know, visit your own local indie, and if you're lucky enough to have one. One more thing, and this is very important. Buy lots of books tonight. Lots. That's how you show your appreciation for an event like this. When I mentioned to a friend that I got to introduce Neil Gaiman tonight, she smiled at me and said, "Beloved by millions." How often do you get to say that? I mean, and have it actually be true? Here's a list of some of the more important works of fiction over the past couple decades. The Sandman, American Gods, Coraline, Stardust, Good Omens, and especially the Graveyard Book. Any would have been good enough to base a career upon, but they're all part of Neil Gaiman's singular resume. And for all that work, there have been many, many awards. Just a few of those are Hugo, Nebula, Newbery, Bram Stoker, World Fantasy Award, Locus, and my favorite, the Bob Clampett Humanitarian Award. He's a transformative figure in many genres. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Gaiman.
Hello. First of all, anybody who is here has had to jump through an amazing number of hoops in order to be here. So thank you all for lining up, for turning up at strange times, for meeting people at midnight and showing them the cover of your newspaper and exchanging it for a ticket or whatever you had to do to get here. I'm very grateful. So you're probably wondering why I called you all here. And every now and again, I open my mouth and hear things coming out and go, oops. And this all started at Book Expo America back in the spring, when the Graveyard Book was given the Indie Book Buzz Book Thing of the Year award. I think I may have got the title slightly wrong. But lots and lots of independent booksellers from all over North America were coming up to me while we were waiting for this lunch to start. It was an awards lunch that consisted of a packet of potato chips and a sandwich. I have had better. But while this thing was beginning, very, very nice people came over to me and they said, "We would love to have you in our store. We have a store in New Orleans, we have a store in Maine, we have a store in North Carolina, we have a store in Georgia, we have a store in New Mexico. Please, 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 what would it take to get you into our store?" And very often they'd then go on to tell me the size of their store. And I would go, "You can't have me in your store. It wouldn't work. You can't fit 7 people in your store, let alone 1,000. This is not going to work. This is But I felt incredibly guilty. And I had proper Jewish grandmothers. The kind who made you chicken soup to fix anything. Up to and including having your mouth scalded by chicken soup. Chicken soup. So I knew from guilt. Guilt works really well for me. And I was feeling guilty, and I got up on the stage. And I heard, instead of a very nice speech thanking people for this elegant thimble or whatever it was they were giving me, I found myself announcing a competition. And it was very easy, because I was up in front of thousands of people, and I said, okay, so what we're going to do is we'll have a graveyard book Halloween party competition. Whatever bookshop throws the best Halloween party, I will come sometime in the holiday period and do something at their store. And I thought, and my publisher is out there, and I heard her shout, "Fine by me!" So I just unleashed an event. And as you probably know, Little Shop of Storers had their own graveyard book party. And they, along with a store in Winnipeg, won. They both, I couldn't actually say. And that's why I'm here. The difference in temperature between Atlanta and Winnipeg had nothing at all to do with me picking the joint firsts. Really like the folk. It's really good folk. I thought, I wonder if they did it especially for me. So, the plan for this evening. By the way, before anything else, whereabouts? Can somebody wave and just let me know where the overflow room camera is? Where? Balcony, up there. That's the overflow room camera. Hi, overflow room. Because otherwise they will think I do not love them. And they would have been right, but now you know. See, they got waved at. You're real people too, even though you're in the overflow room, and these people here. Just believe. You'll be real boys and girls soon enough. So, there is a plan for this evening. I made one. I was in Orlando Airport, heading off, waiting for the fog to clear. And I suddenly thought, I'm going off to do this cool event tonight, isn't that great? And I thought, yes, what am I going to do? And I thought, I have no idea. Didn't plan that. Planned the whole, queue up at midnight to get your tickets thing, forgot to plan the what am I going to do. Had a brilliant idea. We'll read. Then we'll ask the questions, then we'll read a little bit more, then we'll sign until my hand falls off. And on the whole signing thing, if you're here, whether you're in the main hall or the overflow room, your stuff will get signed. It will happen. It may be a very long night. We may do things that you perceive as deeply unfair, like get the 7-year-olds out early. But this actually will be for everybody's good in the long term. And I will keep signing. I don't have anywhere to go tonight. Winnipeg tomorrow, but I'll be signing. Okay, so anyone here have a copy of Ode on the Frost Giants on them? Good. You who shouted first, come on.